Time now for an update from Fox Carolina News and Fox Carolina Weather. Weather rates certified most accurate.
Good Thursday evening. I'm Cody Alcorn. We're following several developing stories tonight, and really there is a big one, and it's a story that we have followed over the years out of the Midlands. And why I'm bringing this up, because it has been since the 80s. This little girl disappeared. At foxcarolina.com right now, we have the story up. But this is a look at Jessie. She was only 4 years old in June 6, 1981, when she disappeared. 1986, excuse me. And today, just in the last several hours, a man has been arrested in connection to her kidnapping and her homicide. He lived in Wake Forest, North Carolina. The Wake Forest Police Department picked him up earlier today, and he is now behind bars on a warrant for suspicion of killing and kidnapping Jessie Gutierrez. It's just unbelievable all of these years later. Now, of course, back in September, we told you about the FBI, the ATF, the SLED agents that were back down in Lexington reviewing this case. And it was during that review, they brought in all of these resources, 10 field offices from the FBI. They went over 3,500 pages of evidence, of statements. I think they interviewed about 125 people. And then announcing today that effort led to an arrest. And again, that man is now behind bars all of these years later. We'll have much more on this tonight on the 10 o'clock news and, of course, at 11, and also continuing coverage right here at foxcarolina.com. Our top story, though, DHEC announcing a record-breaking day in COVID cases. We surpassed 13,000 new cases today. Some of those are probable cases, but I do lump those together. We'll be having more information on that tonight as well. And of course, you can follow the latest on any other developing stories. The only other big one tonight that we have learned, this residential fire up in Philadelphia, sadly, that a warrant has shown that it might have been started by a 5-year-old playing with a lighter next to a Christmas tree. 12 people were killed in that fire, including 8 children. Just an awful fire. One of the worst residential fires in our country's history. And the other story tonight is just the cold that's out there. We can tell you this, Asheville under a cold purple until Sunday. Really, they're worried about people out on the streets, the homeless population up there, more significant than we see here in the upstate. So that is a big thing we'll be following tonight. 44 degrees in Greenville. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Kendra Kim. We've been watching for some snow in the mountains, but fortunately not seen a lot of it, Kendra. But anything that falls, that could be an issue in the morning. I know we have a lot of school delays tomorrow morning due to the threat of some ice.
That's right. And that cold, bitter wind chill we're going to have in the morning, too. But in the upstate, no ice to worry about. It's just going to be incredibly cold. 27, but with the wind blowing, it's going to feel even colder. I'll show you those wind chill values in just a second. 16, that's going to be the actual temperature in the mountains, but it's going to feel more like the single digits. 7 in Asheville, 19 in Spartanburg. Through the day, it'll warm up with sunshine. Highs in the upstate will make it into the mid-40s. We'll be looking at mid-30s for western North Carolina. Of course, you'll want to check in with us on the 4, 5, and 6 o'clock newscast, again at 10 and 11, and on the morning news. And be sure to download the Fox Carolina app, as well as check us out on Facebook and our YouTube channel.